3, 2. Hey everyone, welcome to Zeitgeist Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
And I'm Tip.
So today we're going to talk about the last 2 episodes of The Boys
Full
ever.
docket.
No more after this.
Well, that's
And
not
then,
true.
Yes, because spoiler. Oh wait,
No more of The Boys, but Vought Rising is on the rise.
And The Boys
Next
Mexico.
Is that really a thing?
That's really a thing. It was pitched back in 2023, but they greenlit it, bro. It's happening.
Or Los Niños.
In the words of Bad Bunny,
what are you talking about?
learn your
What,
Espanol.
The
The Boys Mexico.
Oh wait, so is this like affiliated with Amazon, or is this like a Mexican TV station? Just
No,
doing
it's,
their own
it's
version?
affiliated with Amazon. Oh, do you think Amazon's going to let this project up? Do you think they just greenlit 5 seasons of this trash? No, dude, they are committed. And that's why we're going to get 5 seasons of Rings of Power, too.
We want to review the Vought Rising trailer?
No, not at all. I'm sure it's trash.
You haven't seen it? I thought I sent it to you.
Oh, I didn't watch it because I was like, "We'll review it for the podcast."
That would be a good one. That's actually...
Okay, and then now we're at the podcast.
Now we're at the podcast, and I'm like, nah, yeah, that sounds pretty millennial of me. Yeah, all right, we'll make that a separate video so we can focus on podcast material here. You want to do that?
All right, well, let's talk about the episode where Frenchie dies. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
And
Frenchie
let's just
dies.
also finish telling the listeners what they're in for. We're also, if you stick around to the end, or there will be timestamps down below, Mandalorian and Grogu, which...
No. If we have time, yeah. But...
Yeah, if we have time. You'll be surprised. My expectations were low, and they were incredibly filled. If you've seen season 1 of The Mandalorian, you will like this. It's good. People were like, oh, it's not cinematic enough. I'm like, what are you looking for? The Monte Cristo? Or the Count of the Monte Cristo? Like, this is a guy, this is a TV show about a faceless man and a baby who can't talk. How great did you think the plot would be? Sit down, shut up, eat your popcorn, listen to it in Dolby, watch it on IMAX, and go, ooh, ah. The only thing was missing was lightsabers, but we'll get into it if we have time. If not, hit subscribe,
thing, honestly.
And we'll make another video all about it by itself. Yeah, no, it was great. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the plot of Rey and Ben and Darth douchebag coming back. What? Palpatine. Palpatine coming back again. Oh, what great storylines. You know what Disney should do more of? Storylines and plot. No. You know what Disney should do more of? CGI lightsabers, but big explosions, pew, 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 and cute baby Yoda. Because, I mean, they milked it. We'll get to it. They milked that baby Yoda. For sure.
And more giant slug fights.
Dude.
Slugfest.
We're going to get into the Hutts. How are the Hutts in control of the universe? These giant turds. Anyway, first, speaking of giant turds, let's talk about the season finale of The Boys. Oh, the last 2. We'll start with the penultimate.
Speaking of the Oval Office, we'll start with so episode 7, the plan to not have Homelander be killed by the virus is gone bupkis. And
speaking of
a new plan to kill Homelander.
Speaking of bupkis, can we just talk about the boys' fatigue? I'm over it, dude. We all like a little filth. We all like a little raunchiness. But like they open up and like the first scene is Frenchie's funeral, and like you know how like Disney Marvel has this problem where they undercut every serious moment with a joke. And then they're like at the funeral for Frenchie. And they're like, hey, you know that incredibly unsuccessful thing that Marvel does? Let's also do that. And so instead of having like a proper funeral for a character we've been with for like, I don't know, 49 episodes, if my math is correct.
No.
Or no. 40, at least 40 episodes. 42.
Well, 8 times 5, 40. Yeah.
40. 39. Yeah. And then what? Oh, P.S. I've seen all of your buttholes. That's not even funny. Like, that's just crude. Like, they couldn't think of anything funnier to do. Like, this reminds me, or I am reminded of, the episode of Community when Pierce dies. And
it would have been better if it was a little more heartfelt.
Yes, they do heartfelt or they do funny and they can be raunchy
They went
in
with
that funniness. Yeah, they went with Fartfelt. That's funny. No, it's very clever. Fartfelt's very clever. You don't get enough.
Also, by the way, time of credit.
What?
I hope so. Yeah. So, the actor who plays Frenchie isn't even French. He's Israeli.
Oh, I bet.
I think we're getting another reel with the 40,000 views with this one.
That explains why you didn't have any problems killing babies or unleashing a genocidal virus. Are we going there? Are we clipping it? We'll find out.
Please don't.
He did.
I just want to know what the casting process was. Like, how did he get in the mix? They
started back in 2015.
Audition
before woke was a thing. So way back when you could be an actor and you could act as different people, and then you had the whole woke mind virus over the next 10 years, where only Irish people can play Irish people, and only black people can play mermaids.
Well, I don't mind that he's Israeli. I just like when the auditioning process was like they just auditioned random people to come in. It's like, do your best French accent rather than just like auditioning French actors.
They probably had a casting call for. Yeah, there's a white pages, and it's a casting call for a drug addict who can do a French accent. Who cares who plays the role? I thought Frenchie was great for the actor. I thought he was great, just like Chase Crawford. You don't have to love the character, but the acting was great. Oh, Monsieur Abouke, I am such a gay Frenchman. I like a wee wee, and I do a lot of drugs in my wee wee. So yeah, I mean, but that is the character in The Boys kind of comic. Anyway, he played it well. I'm hinting at. What I really want to get into is how good of a star Anthony Starr is, pun intended. Just how his acting has just carried me all the way through season 5. But we're gonna save that for his acting in episode 8. Guys, hold on, I'm looking at the wrong notes here.
Oh, okay. So look at this. He got the job because Eric Kripke's mother recommended him. So I don't even know if there might have been an audition.
Not like a little nepotism.
Yeah, so not only is he not French, but yeah, he sort of skipped the front of the line.
But he was good, though.
He was good.
He was good.
Hey, wait until you find out who Jack Quaid's parents are.
It's fun.
That's true, but
it's Dennis Hoffman, right?
At least that character was intended to be American.
True, but that was Dennis Hoffman, right? For all the listeners at home who don't know. Dennis Quaid, isn't it?
Dennis Quaid.
Oh, Dennis Quaid. Yeah. Oh, is Jack Quaid? Yeah.
Jack Quaid's dad is Dennis
Quaid. Yeah. What did I say? Dennis Hoffman? I don't know what I was thinking. For some reason, I thought
Dennis Hoffman. That was what the Dennis Quaid? He was his wife. What the fuck?
Who knows? All right. So, what else happened in episode 7?
Frenchie died, and they're trying to make a Kamiko the next Soldier Boy, which, when you think about it, should have been Plan A from the beginning. That way they don't have to genocide all the superheroes.
Or we call it good writing, right? I hate there's a lot of things I hate more than this, but specifically for when I'm watching TV is hey, let's spend 6 of our 8 episodes chasing after a virus, and then the last 2 episodes we don't even use the virus. You have wasted my time, your time, the listeners' time, everyone's time on a McGuffin. That's it's called Chekhov's gun for a reason, and they're not even honoring how you write. That's not good writing. There are good writing rules for a reason. Comedy in 3s. Why is that? Not because it rhymes, because it doesn't. It's fucking facts, right? There's something called Chekhov's gun, and it's there for a reason. Do not waste everyone's time setting up. Oh, we gotta get the virus. Oh, we gotta get so the virus is what we waste all of our time looking after, and V1 is what Homelander wastes all of his time looking after, and we all wasted all of our time because the V1 didn't do shit for Homelander in the final fight, and then obviously the virus did shit for the boys and the viewers at home. That was really frustrating for me, but thank God there's a backup plan, and thank goodness Sister Sage is here to make sure we get the radiation right, because it only took the Russians like 80 years, but she knocked it out in 3 days or whatever.
Well, they had to brush up this.
It's
finale,
so rushed.
So.
There was so much filler. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of wasting 6 episodes on the virus and all, and you know, well, I was gonna say Paul Reiser being crude, but that was actually quite charming. He's pretty funny. But besides Paul Reiser, instead of wasting 6 episodes, focus on that. You know, how do we beat him? Like, there's a lot of complaints online, so I'm not. This is my complaint, but I know I'm not, you know, the first one to complain about this. But season 1 had so much potential. You know, they start with killing like Translucent, and you find out it's like a puzzle. Like, you know, I've mentioned this before, like 100 episodes. It's like, oh, it's fun. Like, oh, we have to figure out different ways, and we have to be creative on how to kill Supes. And then, like, all this was supposed to be leading up to killing Homelander. And then at the end, they weren't clever at all. It was just like energy beam, which we'll get into because it breaks canon instantly. And then crowbar, because let's pay a little homage to the comic. But we're jumping ahead of ourselves for us. Please continue. I apologize.
So this was also the episode 7 with the butt sniffing between Cat Girl and Wolverine knockoff.
I mean, why not? We started with a butthole joke at a funeral. So why not have more butthole sniffing? I mean, really, just all right. So is there a bet on Polymarket? How do you set bets on Polymarket? It is only a matter of time before this Kripke guy gets Me Too'd. Like, this guy has some serious fucking skeletons in his closet. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm being speculative here. I'm not even like alleging anything. So I'm not even gonna say allegedly.
Kripke. So, what does he do again?
He's the showrunner.
He's the showrunner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he has skeletons.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I think. I mean, the proclivities of this guy. I mean, I'm not saying they're illegal. I'm just saying he's got kinks. If it's not little tiny men crawling inside of his penis, it's probably buttholes.
I mean,
I do like to think there's like some perverse motherfucker out there who's like doing a review. He's like, not enough feet in season 5. Like, that's because that's who attracts the boys. Like, if you're still watching The Boys in season 5, you're either doing it for the podcast or you're doing it for the self-deprecation. Maybe the Schadenfreude.
Or both.
Freudenfreude? Schadenfreude. Anyway. So,
I honestly probably would not have watched this series unless you guys had recommended it. And then I found that when they hit the whale and okay, that scene, it just I was like, all right, I'm here for the whole thing.
I'm sold. I'm back in.
Unbelievable.
I wish
we're like the deep just like screwed up monumentally, and then
the whole time, dude, no redemption arc for the deep ever.
No. Oh no, and then we should discuss that.
We will. We'll talk about it. We'll get to episode 8 because I also want to talk about lots of like loose story ends. Do you guys remember when the deep was a part of?
I was really hoping for redemption.
You remember when the deep
got hit?
A-Train got his, not the deep though. The deep was irredeemable apparently, even though he seemed like he was the most redeemable one out of all of them.
No.
He was a in the first episode, so kind of hard to bounce back.
Okay, fair point.
AJ killed someone in the first episode. He bounced back. Took him 5 seasons, 10,000 miles. But I'm just saying, and I'm not redeeming or defending either one of them, obviously. I'm just saying you're going to write one for one and not for the other. Shout out to our viral comment or our viral Instagram video last week. One of the comments on there was just like they made A-Train, the guy who runs fast, black, and the deep, the guy who swims well, white, and then just a bunch of crying emojis. And I was like, all right, that's pretty good. That's funny. That's a good comment. You sir, you have won the internet. That's good. That's a good observation there. That's funny. You know what's not funny is what happens next, Forrest.
So after the butt sniffing, they I think
they did the
her
massacre,
father,
right? They killed
yeah,
the theater people.
which
So
apparently, that's gonna be the most inefficient massacre, just having the two feral or animal soups just kill everyone one by one. Like
yeah, have they
literally
not
there are
heard
like
of
so many other
guns?
soups.
Time out with the butt sniffing. Have you ever like farted near somebody that you love, like, and it was just an absolute killer,
An absolute accident, and an absolute killer. Oh,
I mean, just one that just is a ripper. You know what I mean? Like a grim reaper.
yeah, no. Unfortunately, I like to fart, and
fart.
and
Yeah.
my daughter is at fart level. So like sometimes, and she's real
Right.
quiet. She's so quiet.
Wow.
She'll just sneak. I'll just like,
It's
just be like cooking. I'm like, la
Confucius
la la,
say.
fart, and then I'll turn around, and she's like, hi, Dad, and I'm like, no, like
It's like Confucius say, elevator spelled different to midget.
Of course, I haven't heard you tell one of those jokes in maybe 20 years. I mean,
Oh.
it's gotta be high school.
Woo! Boy.
That was from Crank Yankers, I think.
Speaking of
but-
TV shows, a buddy of mine recommended Adventure Time, so maybe I'll watch that after I finish Suits.
You're watching Suits. Have you finished the Meghan Markle seasons?
No, I'm only on season 3, no spoilers. But dude, Suits is so good. I am thoroughly enjoying it. It is hitting all
I
of
think
my.
Suits LA
Good. It gets a little.
after one season, right?
What'd you say?
Suits LA got canceled after like one season, right?
Well, probably.
They couldn't capture the magic.
I will say. I mean, not to get off topic here, but like Boston Legal, Franklin and Bash, and then Suits. Comment down below your favorite Lost shows.
I haven't watched any of those.
Oh, you haven't seen Boston
I've seen
Legal?
Law-
You would personally love Boston Legal.
Well, I know it has
Danny
Shatner
Crane.
in it.
Yeah, Shatner in it. And Alan Tudyk? No.
the man with two dicks.
Alan Tudyk.
That's a Kevin Smith joke. No, it's David Spader.
Yes, him. Yeah, before he went to the office. Yeah, sorry.
I wonder how he got.
I didn't recognize him so
After-
skinny in my head. Yes, him. It's a lot of fun.
After he left the Stargate.
Oh, wait, sorry. I forgot. We're a nerd podcast. I should say before he was Ultron in Age of Ultron that lasted a day and a half.
Or the voice of such.
It's the fastest age since the climate change. Anyway, let's continue before we digress more.
Yeah, so I mean, episode 7, it was a lot of filler too. They do the commercial or the promo where Jesus hands his crown to Homelander, which I thought actually was pretty funny.
It's great. No, it's Babylon B material for sure. It's what they were channeling.
And oh yeah, and I really didn't like Huey this episode. He was like so defeatist. He's like, Butcher's like trying another plan together, and like he was like, just stop, we lost.
Yeah, no,
And
dude, it's just filler. It's like,
well, it's
let's
like he
let's have
was
the optimistic
trying
guy. Sorry, go ahead.
He was still trying to be besties with Victoria last season, even though she's like a mass murderer. And I don't know, it's like the show just doesn't know what to do with him. It's like they just need like this bullshit conflict between the main characters, even though like they should all be on the same page. Like,
Yeah, I
Homelander
mean,
needs
they had
to
a
die.
bullshit fight with Starlight for no reason, and then one of the most annoying parts of this whole season was like Frenchie and Kimiko had the same fucking fight like 4 episodes in a row. Like the whole time they're like, "I love you, I don't love you, I love you. We should get together, we should not be together." And then in the end, he's like, "I want to have your kids, even though I'm about to kill you with my virus." And then he dies. Plot twist. Because they need.
Well, they
Kimiko.
said like we should go have children. I'm like, he's goner.
Yeah. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh no, he's gone. And then all right, we'll just get into it real fast as long as we're talking about shitty writing. Not to get ahead to episode 8, but in the final fight, Kimiko obviously has the radiation powers of Soldier Boy, which we hinted at earlier. The entire season, especially episode 8, they hyped up that Soldier Boy aka Kimiko, had to be super angry to unleash her solar beam cannon to depower superheroes. However, when she does it on Homelander, she does it out of love. Yeah, she sees some kind of like dopey,
like a Care Bear.
She sees kind of like
Care Bear.
Oh, it's Frenchie. I'm so in love. Oh, we're so happy together now. We can have croissants all day. And then she's like, just love explosion out of her chest. Even though explicitly, the whole season, they've been saying it comes out of being super pissed off and angry. So just bad writing. Not to jump ahead, but just, if they're not going to try, I'm not going to try.
Or maybe some poetic writing. You know, there's a little bit of poetry in there because what conquers hate is love.
Drugs.
I mean, love and hate are two sides of the same coin. However, the writing hasn't been that clever or that deep. I mean, we're talking about butthole jokes.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. No deep here at the end. But yeah, no, the writing's not sophisticated enough for me to give them that kind of leeway tip. Sorry, Judge Judy says no.
So I think what was it in episode 7? Homelander disbands the 7.
The
Deep's
like,
all depressed.
He's like, let me lead it. Let me lead it.
And then the shark, who's voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, I'm pretty sure tells him, yeah, you can't come in the ocean. We're going to kill you.
Which is crazy because one, like, he's like, oh, the fish, like Tiff was talking about Sammy or Jimmy or whatever his name is. Like we know it was you. It wasn't him. It was Black Noir. And even if Black Noir changed outfits into the Deep's outfit, he's still a black character. The fish would have seen that he's not the same guy as the Deep. Like, there was so much flawed writing and so much rushing at the end there just so the Deep could be killed off by fish, which is how he should have died. But it shouldn't have been some... First off, the Deep has, like, impenetrable skin. We saw him take, like, a machine gun or a minigun to the chest, right? So the only logical conclusion would be the octopus's tentacle went up through his butthole and through his body and then out his mouth, which again, that's like the fourth butthole kill in a row, Kripke. Like, well, I wanted to see sharks rip him apart or something like that. But like this, it was dumb. Like the whole thing, Annie flew him to the beach next to the ocean.
How convenient.
Yeah, what? You're like, fucking
she didn't know
stupid?
He had been banned from the ocean.
No, he had no idea.
She had no idea.
She had no idea.
Why take him to where he's most powerful?
Not just where he's powerful, but where she's the least powerful. Like, where do you find no electricity? Oh, I don't fucking know. The beachfront? Like, it's just sand and water and some guy pushing an ice cream cart around. Like, where did she get that electricity from? She's as useful as Spider-Man in a Kansas cornfield.
Sounds that way. But yeah, so that was pretty much episode 7. Obviously, how did Homelander find the gymnasium? Did they even like care to explain? Like, the crime analytics or something.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea. It's always crime analytics, you know. Do you remember way back in season 1 when he would just fly above the sky and then use his X-ray vision to see through anything that wasn't zinc? You remember way back when he was scary and not just an allegory for somebody who they had to turn into a sniveling buffoon instead of having an epic ending? Like, the saddest part is, like, just being generalized here for a second. If they didn't make this so political and thus timely, like, you can come back and watch this show in 30 years. And if you think I'm kidding, don't fucking kid yourself that in 10, 20, 30 years, you're not going to go back and watch Game of Thrones again. Like, you're out of your mind if you're like, oh, nope, Game of Thrones is... You will forgive season 7 and season 8 if you haven't already. And you'll go back and you'll rewatch it. And now that you know how bad it is, it'll be better the second time around, just like Lost. That's legit facts. Lost second time around is much better.
Well, don't plan on watching that ever again. But
you should. It's so much better than you remember it.
I was there when it happened, and there's other stuff to watch, like
Suits,
C-SPAN.
Like C-SPAN.
Suits sounds like another, like, honestly, that would have been a better title for this parody superhero show than The Boys. which that's the only title because of the comic. But I mean, honestly, Suits would have been a better
Suits, or just call it Homelander and just lean into it. Just make it all about Homelander. But let's see.
They might do a Homelander prequel. Episode 8, yeah. So
thank God, Kimiko stopped talking again. I'm kidding. But weird.
Yeah, I don't know why she went back to being deaf. Maybe because Frenchie
mute,
symbolic.
Not deaf. She's still here. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
sign language. I forget.
Yeah, no, I think it's just like trauma. So like, she's like traumatized. So like she reverts back to being annoying, not being helpful. Oh, speaking of not being helpful,
I mean, she was pretty helpful.
She was very helpful at the end.
At the end.
But speaking of not being very helpful, do you guys remember how this season teased, like, make sure to watch Gen V because that's so important to The Boys season 5, the series finale.
I know,
they were only in it for like 5 minutes.
And then they were just told to shut the fuck up and like do nothing. Like they were there to save the day. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
What little they did say was just kissing Starlight's ass.
Right? Like Maria could like save the whole day. Like, well, I mean, there's like this important rule in writing. They did that, or maybe
could have blood controlled Homelander.
Yeah, she could have easily, right? However, you don't want to Boba Fett this bitch where you take a sequel, right? A little spinoff and take one of the characters out of there and then because a lot of people aren't going to watch Gen V. They know a lot of people didn't watch Gen V. So what they don't want is like people come in to season 5 and be like, who the fuck are these people? So they literally just like wrote them out of the script, just minimalized the hell out of it because this is not how they were advertised.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize the one. I mean, I recognize the Asian chick who's also a guy, and also Jordan. I guess they couldn't get the actor. They couldn't get the actor back.
No, just a girl.
The gender switch them, and then the other girl who was like the girl who could shrink. Like she dyed her hair, so I had no idea who she was until like.
Oh yeah, Emma. Yeah.
Like I think a day later.
Yeah,
so
you're like, who is that? Yeah, why is she important? Yeah, that was. Don't do that. You should put them in the same clothes we saw them at the season finale of The Boys. Or I guess series finale of Gen V. Excuse me, of Gen V. Because that show is canceled. Speaking of being canceled, Oh Father. If you want to talk about maybe the only little bit of good writing, clever writing in this whole shenanigans bullshit, is Oh Father. Being killed by his vices. You've got this holy man who's very unholy, doing very unholy things, like his name is Sam Smith or something, and he gets a titanium ball gag. And spoiler alert, his vices are his devices that kill him in the end.
Well, wasn't she like his what's Ashley the president like buy that for him?
Yeah.
So wouldn't his head have exploded had they actually used that?
Fuck you. That's a good point because he would have fathered. He would have screamed when she did butt stuff to him. That's a great point. So yeah.
Or strong something. Conspiracy theory number 1.
Well, I think that's I haven't heard anyone else mention that on the internet. That's a great point. And again, more terrible writing. It's just like where are these writers? Where are they getting these writers from? How did there's 20 of them in a room, and not one of them was like blah, 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 wait a second. No, actually,
I'm starting a new 4chan channel, Forced and On.
Forced and On. No, yeah. You, Jeppy Epi, and Steve Bannon.
Well, the titanium ball gag coming from Ashley.
Oh, I don't want to see that subreddit. r/titanium ball gag. No, thank you. There are parts of the internet you do not want to go on.
Well, at least her Voldemort head got her to do the right thing at the end, which was
No.
It was so
Ashley
weird. Like
did
they were
the right
literally
thing at the end, and then the Voldemort had helped out. Yeah, and it's like turn right. So yes, I want to talk about Ashley for a second. Terrible character. I'm scared of Homelander.
But funny as crap.
Was she was funny in the beginning, and then she was just so crude. As soon as she started pulling her hair out, she became like a mental health patient, and then it's not funny anymore. And then she's like, "Oh, if I help you, Homelander's gonna rub my tits in my vagina." And I'm like, "Holy shit, woman! You kiss your mom with that mouth? No, you're married to O-Father. You do terrible things. You're a horrible human being." But I want to talk about this. When you rush the writing, this is what happens. There's something in writing called a redemption arc. I think most of us are familiar with it. Ashley didn't really get a redemption arc. No one really gets a redemption arc. People are like, "Oh, Adrian got barely a redemption arc."
Soldier Boy.
So here's my thing.
Soldier Boy.
She sucked so long, forever and ever and ever. Every time she was on screen, she sucked. And then at the very end, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to open the door. All I'm going to do is open a door for the boys." And then boom, redemption arc complete. This is shitty writing. Shitty fucking writing from the boys writers. Just trash. Just keep her evil. Like, if she's going to turn babyface, do something about it. She's not just like, "Oh, at the last second, I'm going to choose to do the right thing." No, that's not a redemption arc. That's like, what's that shitty Star Wars movie? The 8th one, Rian Johnson, The Last Jedi. Yeah, when that Weasley guy from the Empire like betrays them and like helps out the rebels or whatever. It's like such like an about face, and then he gets shot like instantly. You're like, the fucking right? What is this writing? It's dog shit. And speaking of dog shit writing, let's talk about all of our best friends, amateur astronaut Elon Husk, hoping to legitimize slavery and talk about white fertility rates. Congratulations, Eric Kripke. I didn't think you could jump all the sharks in the world, but you did. You did. What do we think about this Elon Musk parody? Black hat and everything.
He got what he deserved.
I disagree, but okay. If you'd like to elaborate, you can. You think this?
I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, I know he's important to some people, but I mean, I know he literally called the show out on X, saying it was pathetic.
He did call it pathetic. He also said he didn't watch. He also said he didn't watch it. He just saw that scene.
Oh,
which,
okay.
To be fair,
at least watch the damn thing. He might have actually laughed if he actually looked at
no,
the
I'd say
thin. Like, don't have a thin skin.
What if it was you? That's my thing. Like, what if you were just rich, doing your own thing, and then like you're just like hopping on your own website, you just go on Twitter, and then like, you just see like someone in Hollywood wrote an entire scene where your body double, like your parody, just gets thrown into space. Like, that's so out of left field. Like, I would also be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But no, it wasn't good writing. It was masturbatory. I mean, right? That's really what it was. That's a great word to describe everything in this series.
It also just shows the bad writing came in the sense where like he flies to space in 3 seconds, and then at the final battle, he tries to flow away. Yeah,
the power scaling, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all about the bad writing. Like, they're so gung ho on writing a message or cucking it to the chuds. I don't even know the right internet speak for it, but they're so obsessed about. I'm gonna revert back to the 2010 speak. They just want to pwn their opponents, and they will do anything to do it at any cost. Scorched earth, they will burn down their own TV show if they get to throw a mock Elon Musk into space. And then talk about legalized slavery, which is just, no, we're not going to talk about.
Well, that's how his dad made money.
We're not going to talk about that. Yeah. And then, actually, people should be talking about white fertility rates. Cough, cough, Forrest. Everyone's looking at you. Like and subscribe if Forrest should knock a hoe up.
Do you want to address the elephant in the room?
Yes,
from,
I think.
Our Instagram reel.
I think we should.
And you watch the ball, you run with it.
Yeah. So last episode. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you everyone for watching and clipping or watching the clip on Instagram or YouTube. Especially for boosting the algorithm. If you liked it, share it.
We can retire now.
We can retire now. Thank you guys. We appreciate it so much. Guys, I was just playing a little 4D chess here. It was all just a little bait to trap you in. What I was actually referring to is a guy, I don't know, show of hands, raise your hand. If you're in the car listening, feel free to still raise your hand. If you've ever heard of a man named Dick Wolf. Has everyone heard of a man named Dick Wolf before? Yes, the Law and Order guy. So I've got a direct quote for you here. Directly from Dick Wolf in a 2003 Baltimore Sun interview. Now, this is back in 2003, so we can only imagine how much this is amplified over the last 23 years through certain policies, initiatives, NGOs, fundings, etc., etc. So, here's his quote. Another reason that we have so many rich white perps is that there are no rich white guy pressure groups. You can do anything you want to rich white guys and nobody cares. Really. End quote. So to give you a little context, he was asked in the interview why all the criminals in Law and Order were white. You know, some would say it's not reflective of real life. Some would say it's just not very diverse. Some would say it doesn't look like a McDonald's commercial. But to that he says, bitch, that's because white people, you can bully them. Ain't nobody care. Right? If you have too many black criminals or too many Hispanic criminals, you're going to piss an advocacy group off. Right? But Law and Order, NYPD Blue, NCIS, you can make all the criminals white. And no one will care. So it's just much easier to make them white. So when I was referring to the first rule of Hollywood, I was directly referring to this quote. Now, if people, a double bait, if people don't think that's fucking enough for them, I wasn't just quoting Dick Wolf from a 2003 interview. I was actually, 2003. I was like the 7th grade. I'm not reading the Baltimore Sun, you fools. No, way back when I was a libtard, wokey leftist. I love John Oliver. He actually had a piece about this back in 2022 on Last Week Tonight, exemplifying that exact clip, talking about how white people were being singled out as predators, the bad guys. In Hollywood, as to not offend people of color. And, as I follow up here, just an aside that some people know, a lot of people probably don't know. And this is going to spoil a lot of movies for you, so I feel really bad about this. No, I don't. Apple has a specific contract with Hollywood that bad guys can't use Apple products. So if you ever see a guy holding an iPhone, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, yeah. Yeah, but dude, that's how funny is that? So dude, there's so many weird fine print, small things that Hollywood does that you don't even realize until it's a McDonald's commercial. So all these people online were hurling insults, talking about this or that, especially the negative, the nasty ones. I would say. It's I was just referring to John Oliver. And based on your rhetoric, I know you listen to John Oliver. You got played. Thank you for playing. We'll do it again next week.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out.
Some final words on the boys, because I do got to go.
Get up early.
Here's a second.
Well, no one cares about the second half of the boys finale. It's just talking. Let's just get to the fight.
Well, what did you think? What did you think of Homelander's death? Was it satisfying?
Yeah, let's get to the fight. No, dude, it was gay. I'll suck your dick. Well, I'll eat your shit. I'll eat your shit live on TV. Do you think that's how Homelander would act? No, dude. That was an allegory.
He wasn't Homelander anymore. He was John.
Look, I will say this. I used to be really strong, and I tore my bicep. And you know what the first thing I did after I tore my bicep?
Eat shit.
Yeah, I just started crying. I got on the ground and I started just crying. I was like, oh, eat your shit. No, I fucking faked it. I act like I didn't tear my bicep. I finished picking up the refrigerator. We loaded in the truck. And then as we dusted our hands off and it was like, we're all good here, I looked over and I was like, I think I tore my bicep. And I said like a fucking man. It actually didn't hurt that bad.
But
like I'm saying is, Anthony Starr, well, like, if you got fucking nailed with it, like, you don't just go from, like, I'm a god to I'm a sibling bitch from, like, no. When does that ever happen? Show me one other example. I might believe you, but if you could give me one other example, comment section, leave it down below, guys.
Time out. Major. The only reason that he thought he was strong was because he was Homelander.
Oh, I don't get that. He couldn't fight.
He had no 100%. He had no moral backbone.
Well, like
anyway, gentlemen, I do have to go.
Yes, we love you, Tip. Have a great night, man.
I love you, gentlemen. And wish me luck.
Like and subscribe to Tip's Dating Life.
Oh, he's going on a date. I thought he was going early.
It's prep. It's prep work.
I told her 10:15 and.
Always leave him hanging. Earlier, yeah. Tell you we're talking to your 154 subscribers.
I will always choose vagina over this podcast. 100%.
That's not dedication. That's not how you get people to hit the subscribe button, Forrest.
That's true. I know. And that's probably why we're not successful podcast. Or super successful. I mean, we're successful on Instagram this week.
In
terms
of... High five, gentlemen.
High five, gentlemen. Hey. To solve the male loneliness epidemic, one ball sack at a time.
Must actually call a woman.
Don't forget, May is Men's Mental Health Month, or is that June? Every month is Men's Mental Health Month.
I thought May was Volunteer Month.
And Appreciation Month.
M's for season finale month or series finale month. Later, Tip, get out of here, you boy. Yeah, just tell me you're hanging out with the boys. She'll get it, or she won't. Make sure she subscribes. Tell her to fucking subscribe.
Love God. Please.
For the love of God.
Subscribes. That's so cute. Tell her.
The memes were so funny. If you haven't, the best meme of all is the Lion King meme when it's Lion King's dad and Mufasa. Yeah. Or Mufasa and Scar. And he's hanging. Scar's like grabbing him by the paws before Mufasa dies. He's like, "I'll do anything. I'll suck your dick." Holy shit! That was really funny. I liked it.
They should have had one with Eric Kripke. They should put his face on Homelander's body and be like, "You can't do this. I'm the showrunner." And then Butcher's like, "You ain't nothing. And this is for the fans." And stab him to the head.
That'd been nice.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yes.
Disappointing though. Just shit writing for this. Yeah. I will tell you this though, I wasn't expecting much, so I was actually satisfied watching it. Like everyone, I saw the backlash online, and they were like, "Oh, we were told that Homelander was gonna like do scorched earth and like kill half the population and all this shit." I never thought that was gonna happen. Like my expectations were so low for this finale. Like I knew they'd written themselves into a shitty corner. They weren't gonna have some kind of big finale. This wasn't
don't forget
Endgame.
Don't forget Kripke's like working on a totally different show. I mean, it's in the same universe, but that's where like all his focus was.
Yeah,
like, this past
it was
year
on this.
When he was working on this one because that show's like already done filming, I think, or it's like mostly done.
Forget
so, like,
Focus.
The intention was just like
Forget Focus. Where was the casting? Like, there was a time when the boys tripped the alarm in the secret fuck tunnel when they were sneaking into the White House. And then, like, you literally hear dialogue from Homelander's team talking to Ashley or whatever, and it's like, we've got company, and they're like, oh, we're prepared for this. Prepared how? You had one new room with, like, some supersonic hearing, but you didn't call in a single fucking superhero to help out to protect Homelander during his speech. You knew the boys were coming. The Deep's just crying, and then so the Deep and O-Father are just there. They didn't call any fucking soups. Not Big Dick Guy. I know he's dead. Not Big Ball Guy. I know he's dead. But like, you couldn't call any other soups. You couldn't call Big Tit Woman in? No, because that wouldn't be your style here, Kripke, would it? No. You're out of big dicks and big balls, so all the superheroes are dead, apparently. Fucking A. But, like, it's just shitty writing. It felt like Secret Invasion. The hospital scene when they're in the hospital and there's like one nurse, one doctor, and you're like, what happened to this budget? What in the shit's going on here? But so that was it. It was exactly how I thought it would end. And
we gotta talk about the last little bit where Huey kills Butcher, or Butcher decides to go scorched earth because his dog died.
Dumb.
But it was in the comic.
Yeah. I mean, all right, so Homelander gets depowered. It makes a lot of sense that Homelander can't fight. Why the F would Homelander know how to fight? He would never need to. Right? Like, if you could pick up if you're so strong you pick up like 1,000 pounds, then you never need to learn how to pick up 100 pounds with like proper technique. But then you're depowered and you pick up 100 pounds with improper technique and you throw your back out. You know, you get the shitty analogy. So I get Butcher being the shit out of Homelander. And then you're like, oh, we got to use a crowbar. And like, as soon as I saw the crowbar, I was like, dude, you're just like, oh, I guess I got to pay some homage to the comic books before. So I don't get roasted online completely. So yes, he gets crowbar to the head. It's gruesome. Yeah, congratulations.
Just like in the comic, and then Huey killed Butcher, just like in the comic.
Yeah, just like in the comic. But unlike the comics, Butcher doesn't go mad. He doesn't kill Mother's Milk or any of the other people.
No, but he does kill them in the comic. Yeah, Mother's Milk.
Yeah, in the comics. Yeah, in the comic, he goes mad. He
kills in this one, the
female Frenchie, Mother's Milk.
Yeah.
Ryan
let him kill him.
Ryan obviously wasn't in the comics. That was new.
Well, he was in the comic long.
Yeah. Yes.
He's literally.
Geez, yeah. Just a little. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Something they couldn't do in the show there.
Thank goodness. I'm sure he pitched it. Thank goodness for the. God bless the producer.
Well, they did have like the baby with the laser eyes in the first season. Remember?
That was pretty dope, dude. Baby with laser eyes was a good meme.
Yeah,
that was almost as good as Mandalorian. Was that season 2 and then in season 1 when the black guy's like do the magic.
Moff Gideon or Apollo.
Do the magic hand thing. The guy who portrays the Mandalorian, the guild guy who portrays Mandalorian and then unbetrays the Mandalorian.
Oh, Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed. Yeah. He's come on, baby. His name was. Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing. Do the magic hand thing.
Basically, like, was he in season 3 or was that like as soon as he died, that's when like the show started sucking?
I mean,
I think he was in season 2.
If it was either that or when they killed Werner Herzog. I was like, this show's over. Dude, why would you kill Werner Herzog?
Mandalorian was
so we're not going to get into it this episode, but we will tease it real fast. My expectations were low. This is The Mandalorian and Grogu, as I said in the beginning, is a fucking TV show with a faceless character and a baby who can't speak English or can't talk at all, right? So like, I'm not fucking looking for like Citizen Kane or The Godfather over here, right? Big explosions, TIE fighters, AT-ATs. I had a good time with my low expectations. But there were a lot of ways that they could have written it better into this movie. Like, one, get rid of seasons 2 and 3, and then give him the Darksaber. If he had the Darksaber, now, I think a really cool thing about The Mandalorian is he's a bounty hunter, and one of the cool things about that is like using all tons of different weapons besides a lightsaber. But when it's close combat, fucking pull out the Darksaber and give me a little nostalgia berries. That's all I'm saying. That would have been so fucking cool if you saw the Darksaber and then you just like hopped in from like season 1. Like, this was fine. This was good. Everyone's like, this doesn't kill canon, right? This didn't destroy Star Wars like the sequel trilogy. And I'm going to leave it at this before we wrap up with the boys and then wrap up this episode. Force, I swear to God, man. you remember going to the Phantom Menace with Robbie for his birthday? That sucked.
No.
No? Okay. Damn, that must have been right before we
Revenge
met.
of the Sith?
Yes, Revenge of the Sith. Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
we got there late, so we got like front row seats too, so that sucked. But all right, so never mind that then. I thought we went and saw Phantom Menace. I saw Phantom Menace in theaters. It sucked.
You poor bastard.
It was terrible. But you know what would have been really fucking cool? Is to be a 12-year-old boy watching The Mandalorian and Grogu. That, as a 12-year-old, that would be so much fucking better than the Phantom Menace and its fucking trade negotiations and it's blah, 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 blah. And then moving on later on, I know it's on the same movie, the sand is coarse and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, dude, if I was 12... this would have been so much of a fucking better entry to Star Wars than the Phantom Menace. Revenge of the Sith is great. And if you rewatch the prequel trilogies, they hold up much better. Which kind of worries me that in 20 years we're going to watch like the sequel trilogies and be like, these were way better than we thought we were. No, they suck. They'll always suck except for the last one. And for the longtime fans, you know why I think that. But back to the boys. Or I guess, do you have...
It's
teaser
my
thoughts
thoughts.
on
I mean,
any teaser thoughts on
I wasn't my expectations are pretty low because this season has been pretty lackluster. I mean, I can say with certainty and a conviction that this season was better than season 4 at least.
Yes,
but
a low bar,
a far cry from the first 3,
but a bar nonetheless.
So, but I mean, I think Anthony Starr and Carl Urban were great. As always.
They held the entire season.
Pretty much, yeah. And I liked that there was a resolution of sorts. It just was rushed and could have been done better. But let's see what Vought Rising has in store for us. My expectations are also going to be...
This feels like a pandemic.
Oh.
How come we have so many final seasons that are filler and also rushed? Like, we're not going to...
Because the spin-off, because they want to work on the spin-off now.
Do you think that's it? Yeah, like someone. So I was gonna say someone needs to hire McKinsey and like do a deep dive analysis into McKinsey sucks, by the way.
Also,
but like someone needs to do some analysis on this because this is a trend that's destroying us.
There were no lost spin-offs at all. Surprising, that was like the biggest show in the 2000s. I mean, even the X-Files had a spin-off.
Jeez, yeah, the Y-Files. Actually. The Wi-Fi
was
pretty great. That was
the Lone Gunman, because remember they predicted 9/11 right before 9/11 happened.
Yes, him, that other guy, and Alex Jones.
I guess they were all based on Alex Jones, those characters, or maybe I don't know, but I'd never seen that actual show. I think I saw the promo back in the day, but yeah, I think it got canceled after one season, but. They literally a few months
yeah, dude, because they snitched.
11.
They fucking snitched. If you are into the UFO X-Files stuff, we're gonna wrap this up here in a second. I just want to highlight some fucking genius I heard this other day. I was listening to the Jesse Michaels podcast, and I think the podcast is called "Life: The Most Dangerous Book of All Time" or something like that. But he goes into this brilliant idea. So. Quick background. If you work for the CIA or something like that, and then like later on you want to go on a podcast or you want to write a book, let's say you're writing a book, you have to submit the book to the CIA ahead of time so they can make sure that you're not giving away any classified or confidential information, right? Does that make sense?
Don't be snitching.
Don't be snitching, right? So what Tom DeLonge, I believe that's who it is. If not, he was talking about Tom DeLonge right before, so he's got some affiliation with either Tom DeLonge or Into the Stars. But anyway, genius fucking idea. And I'm talking about like Nobel Prize geniusness right here. What he decided to do, well, it couldn't have been Tom DeLonge because he didn't work for the CIA. So it had to be someone else working with Tom DeLonge. But anyway, the author, what he decided to do was write a fictional story and then submit it to the Pentagon to get checked. And then he cross-referenced all the sections of the book that the Pentagon blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
So he could figure out what the Pentagon's hiding and what they're not. Right? So, like, he's like, the United States went to the moon, Mars, and Jupiter in 1975. And then they black out the word Mars and Jupiter. And then you're like, oh, hold on here. Because I'm writing a fictional book. Why is the CIA telling me I can't say this out loud? So it's a little reverse engineering. I thought it was very clever. Much more clever than any of the fucking writing we've seen on television this fucking year. But hopefully not too clever for this podcast. If you're still sticking around, we would love for you to subscribe. That'd be, why haven't you already? You must have. And if you haven't, you should. It's a great idea. Definitely liking it, commenting down below. That really helps with the algorithm. Final thoughts for us.
We'll talk about Mandalorian and Grogu in detail.
Absolutely, we're going to do that in a different episode.
And Spider Noir is out now, and I've seen the first episode, and I liked it.
Okay.
I mean, it was
good enough to watch 7 more.
I think I will watch. I think it can only get either maybe not better, but more entertaining. But
so.
yeah, I was like pleasantly surprised. Was like I wasn't like begging for the episode to end. I was like, okay, I'm kind of interested.
All right,
but just go with an open mind.
I like it.
I could still wind up hating it by the end. But
here's the real question:
maybe it'll get second season. Yeah.
Can I be honest with you? You're under the gun. Here's a
okay. Yeah, he does say, "Not the spiders, not the spiders. They're in my eyes. They're in my eyes." Yeah,
not the spiders. No. Black and white or True Color. What are you watching it in?
Oh, True Color. I mean, the thing is they put so much modern music in this 1930s setting that it wouldn't have felt like I was watching an actual 1930s film noir.
What is this? The Odyssey?
Yeah, it's like there's literally like a R&B song from, that you could tell was like made like this year. That's in the opening credits, and like you'll want to skip.
Bye.
Yeah, pretty. You'll be very, very eager to skip that. But
guys,
I mean, if they had actually used like more like 1930s music, like big band orchestral, or at least like had a soundtrack that like at least could have been used in the 30s, then I probably would have watched in black and white. But they're trying so hard to put the modern anachronisms, either music wise or maybe like with modern day slang, what have you, that it kind of kills the illusion that this is a period piece. But I mean, maybe I will like watch some of it in black and white, but I don't know. I'm intrigued.
What was that?
So yeah, I'd say give it a shot. You already have Prime, so you already got it.
Yeah, they should. So you think like something like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy should have done the soundtrack for maybe Spider Noir?
Count Basie should have done it.
Okay.
They should have like used Voodoo to resurrect him, of course, and then get him to do the soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, they should have done like a modern day like big band.
Oh, that's Voodoo. Yeah, that's Big Bad Voodoo Daddy.
Jazz composer, someone who likes that kind of music from that time period to create a soundtrack that would have convincingly been used in the 1930s film score.
Quick, before AI takes over and chooses the music for you or creates the music for you, even worse. Mm-hmm. All right, final thoughts on the series. Would you recommend
The Boys?
A complete stranger, your best friend, or your mom? Probably not your mom because how crude the content is. But yeah, someone starting out brand new. Hey, I've never seen The Boys. Would you recommend? Hey, man. There's 5 seasons.
We all love the first season.
Yeah, but would you recommend the rest?
I love the first season. I mean, I think if you watch the first 3 seasons, you might as well finish the show. If you made it that far, yeah.
I thought you were going to do the opposite.
I think like when we
tap out at any time.
This podcast, we've covered this show
every episode.
The podcast started. Well, I think maybe we didn't do it when the first season came out because it was like 2019. We started this podcast like 2020. So maybe we weren't. I forgot like how old this show was. Because I thought it was like 2020 when it started.
No, they started
like 7 years.
Yeah, Homelander started before Trump was an allegory, according to Kripke.
Yeah. That's when they were actually just trying to adapt the comic and not.
Yeah, way back when it used to be good.
From what I understand, a lot of the writers in the writers' room for season 1 didn't come back for season 2. So like, I think season 2 is right when they really became super, super hyper fixated on pop culture references. Yeah. But yeah, I'd recommend the show.
Yeah.
For the most part, because I think it's mostly good overall. Like 3 out of 5 seasons are enjoyable.
I mean, I'd probably recommend Suits over this. I'm on a big Suits kick right now. But no, dude, it's not the worst. I mean, I'd recommend this over anything on Disney Plus, except maybe Wonder Man, because I really did enjoy that
wonderful
show. It really was wonderful. And it was closed, contained. You didn't have to fucking deal with, like Loki's really good. Loki season 1 and 2, but it's a lot. You could just sit down and
season 2
yourself.
is a drop in quality from the first one, in my opinion.
Well, I'm sure Wonder Man.
Because the showrunner changed, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure Wonder Man season 2 is not going to be nearly as good either.
Yeah. But we got Spider Noir to talk about. I don't know.
I didn't go see Mando and Grogu for nothing, bro. We are doing this next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.
We'll do it.
We are so thankful that you guys are sticking around. If you listened to the end, thank you so much.
We're thankful that you watch us, even if you absolutely crush Major in the comments.
Dude,
not me, because I didn't say anything bad.
Not forced, but no, me. Go for it. Absolutely. I enjoy the algo boost. Anyway, guys, we are Zeitgeist Zealots on. We're Zeitgeist Zealots on YouTube. We are Z Zealots Podcast on X and Instagram. We are Shadow Band on TikTok. So go fuck yourself, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that comment, like, and subscribe button. I'll say it for the 4th time in a row. Forrest, take us home.
I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
Thanks for listening. Peace out.
Love
I'm going to watch Spider Noir. Snip, or
in black and white. Don't watch it in true color. Don't. Yeah, no. Respect the IP.
I'll think about it. Not long, but I'll think about it.
Respect the IP.